got to see Bobby Fish again for the second time in 2 weeks
Right.
against Lee Moriarty. And man, I really thought that Bobby Fish looked awesome in this match. His offense was so good. He looked like a veteran. Like you can tell. I mean, he's been around forever, all over the place. You can just tell like this guy looks like a vet. And I thought that it was really cool how Moriarty held his own, and it got announced after the match that he is all elite. So congratulations.
For some reason, I thought he was all elite. That is a congratulations,
so
but I
too,
thought he was already all elite after that match versus, which they said in his bottom third of the title, versus Daniel Garcia. I thought TK gave him that contract, but great job that he got.
He's all elite again. That's fine.
Yes.
It worked out. But what were your thoughts on this one, man? Because I really liked the wrestling from Bobby Fish a lot.
Me too. And, I said it last time on his debut. I'm not too familiar with the Bobby Fish because I'm not an NXT fan as you and Crayfish were and are NXT fans. And, you said it that he was involved in one of the best storylines to date that you can remember. But,
matches.
Fish has got he's a great striker. He's aggressive, he's physical. He's my kind of wrestler. The ones that is just like, will beat you down. And, he's not going through the motions. He'll just literally beat you down and has such a good arsenal of moves. And Lee Moriarty, I think he definitely held his own. There's some much areas I think that he can improve on, if he's working with the Nightmare Factory and get some, reps of him. I don't know much of his backstory, but I think like being a pairing with this Fish in a big spotlight, it wasn't TV yet, but it was pretty much TV. You saw how many people were watching. Was a smart, good test, and I think that clearly he passed the test because he got that contract of it as well. So
definitely,
and but I do like that. Yeah, I think he's over. I mean, that's what I love about the AEW fans, and I said it before that I think it's hard to ever boo a new talent joining AEW, even if they come in hot as a heel, because we appreciate good wrestling. There isn't someone where we're like, boo, we don't want you, boo, we hate you, even if they do crap all over the fans. Bobby Fish came in as a heel with a great promo, great vignette, and a good match versus Sammy Guevara. But you heard the crowd tonight pretty much split at times, chanting for Fish and Lee. So that just goes to show, I think, the AEW fans have a much greater respect for, what wrestling, people they bring. And, Fish was a nice win, a good win. And both the guys came into this winless, if you're looking at the records. And so now Fish is going to have another match tomorrow night with Bryan Danielson. And I think those two styles are going to clash so well. I mean,
awesome.
They're going to mesh so good. Talk about striking and aggressive hitting. Both these people have that on that. And well, that's right into that other match,
Speaking of awesome chemistry.
I want to hear your take on this, man. Oof.
Oh, dude. So Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki. What else can I say about it other than it was awesome? It was epic. The strikes were devastating. The mat wrestling was perfect. These guys tore the house down. I said it in a tweet during the show, like they went to war with each other. And I know that's overused in wrestling and in sports in general, but they did. Man, I absolutely am so thankful that Danielson is in AEW where he can kind of just do the best stuff that he can do and what he wants to do and sell the way he wants and be the kind of wrestler he wants to be, because then you can bring in somebody like Suzuki and you have just a easy 5-star match on free TV on YouTube
for the world to see easily with one click. I mean, come on, you don't even no advertisement, commercial free as they kept advertising today. This was a battle for sure. And just like the fans were chanting fight forever. And this is the second Bryan Danielson match that they've been chanting that. And so it just goes to show how quickly of an impact he's having here in AEW and how well-renowned and how well appreciated he is industry-wide of just the in-ring work that he can do. I mean, versus Kenny, they are getting the fight forever stuff versus, Suzuki, fight forever. So how many wrestlers are getting that chant ever, let alone that chant 2 times in a month?
Yeah.
Within 30 days. So,
and it's well-deserved, man, because I think that the AEW is really stepping up its game, which is kind of insane to say because we've loved what they've been doing for the better part of 2 years now.
Right.
But man, like some of the stuff we're getting in the last 2 months, month and a half, has just been absolutely awesome, insane, just top tier stuff. Dream matches. It's like dream match after dream match. It seems like there's a dream match on every show. Every single show, there seems to be like, oh man, like this could have been great. And these guys delivered. It was just one of those matches where it was like I was glued the entire time. I wasn't distracted at all. I loved everything they did, and it all worked, and it all kept me captivated. And that crowd, it was a small crowd tonight, and man, they sounded like there was 10 times more of them during this match and during some of the matches on Rampage. This is when they really ramped up, and it was good job, guys. That's all I'll say. Good job. It was awesome.
Small but mighty, and they felt it with this match, and then it continued on through the show and throughout the show for sure.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for what's in store on next or tomorrow with Bobby Fish and Bryan Danielson for sure, because obviously we'll get some shenanigans, I think, as well. And then that can somehow involve the Elite, and then Hangman Adam Page coming out. And I asked the question in the chat, what eight men do you want to see in that title tournament announcement, which we'll talk about later on, but I'm glad you guys are getting a jump on it. I'm loving what you guys are seeing. But this was like I loved how they slowed the match down, and it was insane. The chops and the kicks and the punches, the strikes, they're like almost knocking Bryan Danielson out, and they'll slow it down. They'll give you that amazing chop, and then Bryan Danielson rebuttals with that echoing kick. It's just like, oh my gosh. I mean, who says wrestling is fake? You can't fake any of that. And I don't want to take in either one of those guys' chops or kicks. I mean, come on. I mean,
you can't
the strikes, right?
No, that does not feel good. And like, it doesn't feel good from getting it from Crayfish. I'm sure it doesn't feel good from these guys.
Professionals who deliver those chops. Yeah.
Although they might be a little
basis.
bit, they might be a little bit better at making it soft than Crayfish. He just kind of puts whole mass into you when he's hitting you. Sometimes, man, like knocks. This is great. We're doing a chop battle when we were at All Out. Crayfish knocked me off my feet with his chops. So man, I definitely couldn't take one from these guys.